to do is let's start with these urns just to get this off the table and back up on the mantle. But what I've done on the mantle, I've done a very simple, just garland with mixed greens. And anytime you can find garlands with mixed greenery in it, that makes your life a little easier. Now I have put these little vine lights in there. These come 6 foot, and Sharon does sell these. And they come with a little box here. I don't know if y'all can see it, but you can turn it on and off. But this little box, and I didn't know it until I was putting the vine lights in here, actually are on a timer. They go on 8 hours and off 8 hours. So that was kind of a neat thing. It works on 3 AA batteries. Anyway, I just worked those in there, and then I laid the garland on the mantle. Now, one thing I want to point out is I always take my garland. Garlands either come in 6 foot lengths or 9 foot lengths, as a general rule. I love the pre-lit garlands, just makes your life easier. But I want to make sure that I have long enough garland to go down on both sides. Doesn't necessarily have to go all the way to the floor. It would be nice if it does. Just touch the floor on both sides. It brings more importance to your mantle and gives you the ability to do more things with it, rather than just across the top. Alright, so we've got our pre-lit garland. It's got a few pine cones and whatnots in it. And I took a couple of these big sugar pine cones and laid just right in the middle. I always work in odd numbers. And then these antler sprays that Sharon carries, and just stuck 2 of those in there, and they're wide, so you can they come like that, and you can twist and turn and whatever. Okay, these are kind of you just stuck them right in there like that. Now you can take some vines if you wanted to, some honeysuckle vine, and work in that. That would be good. If you live in a place that you have access to something like this, and just lay it in there. It doesn't have to be. Vines grow crazy. You know, Mother Nature does not grow things perfect. So don't make your things look perfect. When I do floral arranging, I try not to make them look perfect. If you make them look perfect, they look like something from FTD, and we all know what the little teacup Mother's Day special looks like from FTD. You know, you probably all have gotten one at some point in your life. And even though you appreciate your children giving it to you, is that really pretty? No. So anyway, you saw how rough I just put that in there, but it works. Now I could take a few more minutes and tuck and come on down, but you get the general idea of what I'm talking about. Now, I want to take these urns, and we're going to start with this Christmas urn. And this is just pine that I cut out of my yard. And I'm just going to, now I don't have water in these, just for the sake of demonstration, but if you're going to, when you use your urns or any container that you have at your home, if they're glazed on the inside, they're probably watertight. But I always test it first to make sure. You don't want to get this thing all put together, put on your mantle, and come out the next morning and water's on your mantle. If it's not watertight, these are what I use for liners in some of the finest homes in Charlotte. I want y'all to know that. Anything plastic that my wife has, I mean, I'm constantly snatching them, and we have a place in the house where she goes, and anything she thinks I can use, she'll throw it in there, and I'll come by and get it. But butter tubs are great for little urns or containers that I can put the arrangement in, and it's great. This is Lay's, like Pringle, but it's the Lay's brand. Pringles comes in a cardboard tube, but Lay's comes in plastic. So I have one particular house down at Chalice Farm that I decorate probably 6 or 7 times a year for parties. She's got these 2 huge urns like this, but have a very narrow neck. And they're antique urns, but they won't hold water. So I've stuffed newspaper in the bottom, and this sits right in the top, and I can get all the flowers I need in it, and nobody ever knows. Always be on the lookout for waterproof little flowers that you might use for things like this.